We bring in Utah Congressman Burgess Owens. Parts of his district are just a few miles from the shooting scene at Utah Valley University. Congressman, we heard your governor say, we hope this is not a Utah resident who is responsible for this, but it turned out to be very much the case, at least according to the arrest affidavit. The suspect is from Utah, solidly from Utah. What was your reaction when you found out?
Well, I think you have to realize no matter where we are, we have a beautiful country, and this state is remarkable with the culture, but evil reaches out everywhere, and that's what we've seen. I will say this, as we reflect on Charlie Kirk, just keep in mind, he's only 31 years old. For someone to have that kind of impact he's had across this country, his legacy is moving on already. We're seeing visuals, we're seeing young people turning to Christ. We're seeing the message of let's make sure we're reaching out. I have a friend of mine who's an NFL player, former NFL player. His son was there, and he got a call from his son saying that his focus right now is how can he reach out to those who do not believe the way he does? How can he embrace and develop friendships across that divide? That is Charlie Kirk. And I tell you, it's what's happening to him right now is going to just empower the conservative values to continue to grow. And I'm just excited about, again, being able to highlight the legacy of who he was, what he stood for, and have his message continue to roll out for sure.
And the motivation here, the governor was on Meet the Press this morning and said that he thinks that online gaming and this immersion in sort of an evil subculture, not that all online gaming is that way, but that it led to this tragedy. Listen.
There was a lot of gaming going on. Friends that have confirmed that there was kind of that deep, dark internet, the Reddit culture, and these other dark places of the internet where this person was going deep. And you saw that on the casings. I think I didn't have any idea what those inscriptions, many of those inscriptions even meant, but they are certainly the memification that is happening in our society today.
Of course, after events like this, there are always calls for new laws or changes in the way we live. Do you see anything that needs to change as a result from this? Anything you can put down on paper and say, here's a new law?
And John, it's not about laws, it's about morality. We're seeing a country right now that's detached itself away from our values, our godly values. And you saw that when it all finished up. We've been a country of empathy. We've always been that way. We serve, we empathize, we love each other. And yet after this, you see so much hate coming out. That's an indication of what's been happening for quite a few decades. We've been up against an ideology that hates everything we stand for, particularly God, particularly family. And now that we see this with Charlie's legacy of making sure we're reaching out to these young people, make sure that along with President Trump now, we're getting this patriotism back. We're going to start to see young people now leaning in hard to who we're all about, our country, and we're going to turn this ship around because of things like this. And again, we need to figure out how to end this throughway of hate to our kids, which is going through the internet, and we have to address that in a big way for sure.
On this week, this morning, Utah Senator John Curtis seemed to be agreeing with you about what lies ahead. Listen.
This is a turning point for America as we see what we want to become, what we want to do, what we want America to be.
If it were up to me, I think you need to take the word radical and remove right or left. And radical coming from any direction is not good, it's not healthy, and it should be called out. And that's my mission, is to say, look, this to me, this is not right, this is not left. We're talking about radicals, and that's where we need to put our attention.
So that was Senator John Curtis, and before him, Republican Utah State Senate President Stuart Adams. Just your thoughts on the idea that it's radicals from both sides really who are causing trouble sometimes in this country right now.
Well, it's no question. I think that the key is Charlie Kirk was doing what America does best. he was speaking, he was talking, he was developing relationships. He was saying that we can disagree and still respectfully, we can still engage, but still respectfully disagree. I look at Charlie Kirk the way I looked at Martin Luther King, being able to using free speech to go out into the worst parts of our country and getting empathy for our country, that we turn away from where we were back in the 60s. And I see also a little bit of Rush Limbaugh, someone who can literally get out and have the intelligence, have the way of reaching out and connecting with people in a way that really helps us say, you know, that makes sense. We continue to talk to each other. We will continue to keep our culture. If we don't, we find out these kind of things happen. And this is a good example of why we have to lean in hard, make sure we're educating our kids and have these conversations that are tough, but also dealing with the evil that's coming out of this and make sure there's accountability with that.
Burgess Owens, Congressman from Utah, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.